Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing? I'd like to thank everybody so far who's jumped on here. I don't know what's going on, why my screen jumped to live in 24 minutes. I don't know what happened with sorry about that, guys. As it counted down, we went straight to that. I think we are live, though. Let me just go in and refresh this page so I can see what we're doing. Okay, let's have a quick run down there. On the chart, so AR 1776 was in first tonight. How you doing, AR? And then we had Tactical FUD. We've got Info Brothers. We have G23. Krabby Turtle. Tactical FUD, Krabby Turtle. Hillbilly Up. How you doing, guys? Glad you could join us tonight. Hopefully you can enjoy this stream. GGW Outdoors is with us. How you doing, GG? Hey ho. Hi, Walter. Good to see you. Jamie, hi there. Thanks for joining us, JH586. Michael Hurtneck, good to see you, brother. Chris from the 740. Hi, Chris. You got a few jumped on here already. I really appreciate it, guys. Let's see if there's any other comments here. So tonight we're going to run through. Let's take this off the screen. Tonight we're going to talk about and run through the Henderson precision trimmer. I've got it set up here ready to go, guys. Just going to do a couple of little adjustments while you're all on, and we'll give it a go. I haven't used it yet. It's still a virgin tool. So we're going to run through and we'll do the whole thing together. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's live. Who cares? Brutal Bob. How are we doing, Brutal Bob? Good to see you. MCK has joined us. I haven't missed anybody else. They're all jumping in here. Hope your week's going good, guys. I know it's only the Monday. It's going good for me. Busy day in work. Yeah, I think I've seen everybody there now. Yeah, so we're going to run through and do this. I posted a couple of videos during the week, topped up a couple of the shooting videos I put out. I went shooting a couple of weeks ago and I made loads of videos, so I'm feeding them through slowly. So hope you're grabbing and looking at those. Hope you enjoy them. I've actually opened up not a Twitter account. I went on to TikTok and I've opened up a TikTok account to try and boost everything that's going on here, trying to get some more subscribers in, because I'd really love to get to that too. I think it's 1,000 you've got to get to get some extra benefits and everything on YouTube. So it'd be really nice to get there. I'm closing in on 500, and that'd be cool. It'd be cool, and it's growing all the time, and it's all thanks to you guys. All thanks to you. I really appreciate it. I can see Walter put some videos out this week. They were good. Chris has put a load of videos out. I've been watching Chris's videos. I think I watched some of G23 stream over the weekend. Hillbilly, if you're not subscribed to Hillbilly Up, you need to go and subscribe to him. He has got some great and hilarious videos. He put one up today about chickens and eggs. Cracked me up, Hillbilly. It was pretty good. So if you're not subscribed to Hillbilly, jump in and subscribe. He's got some really good videos up there. Okay, as you all guys are jumping on, I'm going to try and keep an eye on if any questions and comments come in. And I'll try and keep an eye on them, but let me move the camera a little bit and bring you in on the machine, and then we can start messing around and talking about. I'll try and get you in nice and close so we can see what we're doing here. Okay, hope you can see that, guys. That should be okay, nice and clear. Okay, to start with, so I've got this set up on my T-rails on my bench. Move this again, you might be able to see the T-rails. So I got some T-rails set up, and a lot of my stuff is mounted on blocks of wood, and then I just screw them down. But the way this was set up, it needs to be closer. It needs to be closer to the front of the bench, so the tray hangs underneath. So I watched, I think it was F-Class John for this idea. He came up with these little clamps. So the bolt comes through onto the T-rail, and it just clamps down onto the machine, tighten up the little plastic nuts, and you can see, guys, this thing, it doesn't move. It's great, and it saves me trying to mount up anything else. It just sits perfectly on the bench. I don't have to drill it or nothing. So these brackets work really well. So thank you, F-Class John. That was a great idea, and I jumped on that as soon as I saw it. I thought it'd be a great idea for this. Okay, sorry about moving this, guy. I'm just trying to get it right so you all can see. Okay, so let's take this plastic guard off to start with. So this machine came set up for, I think I bought it as for 30 cal for 308. So it's already come set up for doing the 308 brass. And I need to change this out. So if I can turn this, and I can show you how the collets work for holding the brass. So I can take the handle out. And the collet just sits inside there. This one is a multiple collet. You can see the steps there. This does 223, 308. It does various different calibers, but it doesn't do 30-30. So, and it'll do 7mm as well. So it's, I bought a couple of different collets. So that's the one I got set up for the other ones. And then I bought the one obviously for 30-30. And I think it just comes, this one is just a single, if I remember rightly. Oh no, it is multiple as well. This one is multiple, but it fits the 30-30. And all we do is we just pop that back into the tool, and we can put the handle back in. And this handle, as you screw it up tight, it grips the brass. Unscrew it a little bit, and then it drops the brass out. So I can show you how that works now. So all you're doing is you're just getting a piece of the brass, holding it in as square as you can get it. And as you turn that, it just grips on the brass. And then you can bring that forward. And it's going to go onto the collet. And this is how the machine is working, back and forth. And if you see down there, there's a little bolt with an adjusting nut. And what happens is the brass goes forward and it comes to the stop. You can hear it come into a stop. It's hitting the bolt, and it actually comes to a stop, so it won't go any further forward. So it's backed back a little bit at the moment. Another piece of brass. And what it'll do is it's going to go in, switch this on. It's going to get a little bit louder, guys, so you can hear the machine. So you can just bring it in, and it's not doing any trim at the moment. So what's happening is that we're going to need to adjust the little bolt. Sorry, I keep covering the camera, guys. I'm sorry. Gonna have to keep covering the bolt here to adjust this to let it go in to start trimming the brass. So switch that off a second. And all you want to do is you want to take the bolt out a little bit. With a wrench, you can just hold the nut, and from underneath, let me take this tray off just a second. And then from underneath, we can go in with an Allen key. And all we're trying to do now is we're going to be screwing the bolt in just a touch at a time. And you can turn it back in so it goes tight. And there's still not contact in the brass yet, so it still needs a little bit of adjustment. And once this is set up, guys, to the size you want it, you just leave it alone. It comes with multiple bolts. They supply multiple nuts and bolts. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to put them in a little baggie with a label on it saying this is 30-30, and I'll know then that bolt is the perfect length. Just a little bit to go. So this is why I didn't want to get this all set up beforehand, guys. I wanted to show you what the process is. So it's just a little bit at a time. A little bit at a time, and it's just getting closer. So it just touched, it just contacted then, guys. So I'm gonna get I should have done this before. I'm just gonna get my lineman book out, and I'm gonna look up 30-30 Winchester. So it's given us an overall length of the case is normally 2039, and it says trim to length 2028. So 2028. Let's get a pen. Double check that. Trim to 2028. Just make a little note so it's right there in front of me. So we need to trim it because we're going to be trimming them down. We trim them down to what the spec says to take them down to 208. And I'll just quickly go back through here, guys, while we're waiting. Info Brothers. I'm just going through the comments quickly, guys, and we'll get back to it then. Walter, I like the idea of that track system on the bench. Very versatile. It is, Walter. You can keep your stuff all away from the main bench area, and when you've got your T-rails, T-tracks cut into it, and you can just keep bringing them in. I saw one here. GGW says they look like, I believe they are Forester collets. I think that's what they are. That's what they use on these. So I believe they are the Forester collets. And then Jamie saying, I'm getting ready to build a new bench. I'm looking for some of those. It's just an Amazon item. Jamie, you can pick them up. I picked up these two rails. You can get them all different lengths. Only thing you've got to be careful of is when you make sure you've got enough guides when you're routing them out. You get one chance really, and with this bench that I built, it's built of hardwood. I didn't want to mess it up, so I took plenty of time to get the T-rail set up, and I made sure they were, I just cut them and I didn't screw it up. Bit nerve-wracking, but it was okay. Biker 64 has joined us. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Okay, so get another piece of brass out. So if I measure these, this one in particular, we can see where we are with this. So with this one, I'm at 2.031. You can see that, guys, 2.031. So this one's going to need 3 thou. So, and the one I had in there was very similar, 2.031. So it's like 3 thou we need to trim off. So let's get that back into the tool. Snip that up. Put the thing back on once we've measured it out. Okay, so we're getting close to the where it's cut in. So I'm going to take this back out a little bit. Hope you can see what I'm doing here, guys. And then turn this in, touch again. Got to keep reminder, you got to keep winding that bolt and nut in so it contacts the surface back there. You don't have to go tight with it. It's only got to be finger tight, and it's only got to sit there. So and there we go. We had a little bit of contact there. Took about just under 1 thou out. So let's go back in and turn this a bit more. And once this is done, once you've set this up for each bolt and for each caliper, you don't have to change it. You just got to mark this bolt in the bag. This is for your 30-30 brass. And as long as you're careful when you're taking in and out that you're not knocking or you're not turning the nut or the bolt apart, that should sit there perfect for you. And once it's set up, you can just simply go in and just reuse it, and you're good to go. Okay, let's see what we're at there. So I went way too far on that one. I went to 2.020, so about 8 thou under on that one. So I turned it too far. But you can see, guys, if I bring this up, see if you can get this to focus. You can see how it's cut it, and if you can see, it's actually taken or cut the inside. So it's chamfered the inside, taking all the burr off. Bring this up so you can see. So it cuts the inside, it trims it, cuts the inside, and tidies up the outside as well. So it's ready to go. So I'm just going to take this back a little bit. I went a bit too far. So so it's a little bit of a trial and error at the start, just trying to get this right. So let's tighten in. Take it back a little bit. It's still not too short. I can still use it. It's fine. I'm not too concerned about the first couple of cuts being out a little bit, just getting everything set up here. And you can hear it's not too noisy, guys. So we took a thou off that one. So that one again, I'm going a little bit too far. I think I'm just turning them just a little bit too far. So it's going to be a trial and error just to get this to right, but we're only talking thou here. So it's, let's take it out just a touch. So that one came out to 2.026. So we're almost there. We're almost there. So I'm just going to take it back just a little bit more. Going from one to the other, I'm afraid, you guys, it's taking me a bit longer to do this than I thought it was. But like they say, slow and steady in reloading, isn't it? Slow and steady. So it's round a bit more on that one again. Almost there. So we got 2.029. So that's fine. I'm going to leave it at that. I think what I was doing, guys, is when I was pushing it forward, instead of just coming up and coming to the stop, I think I was pushing just a little bit more and I was forcing it too much. I think what I need to do is just bring it forward to the stop and let it stop, and that'll be it. I think that's why I was getting so many different read-ins. So you can see, so it's cut perfect inside and outside. So hopefully it's set up now and we're good to go. Let me just go back over here. Chris Long. Is it Long or Lang? Chris Lang, hi there. GGW, no tax here. Yeah, it's about $800 plus a shipping. And if you buy the extra collets, I've ordered 3 or 4 collets. So I can do 223, 308, 7mm mag, 300 Win mag, 338 Lepore. So I ended up, I think, 3 or 4 of the actual quick change collets, and the same with the brass holders. I ordered 4 of those, and then I ordered the little brass catcher. It comes on this bracket, it mounts underneath, and then it just sits there, so you can just turn it and the brass drops in from on top, so you can just forward into the bucket. And all in all, I think I was around about $1,000 or just over $1,000 for this machine. So it's not a cheap machine. Like I said, it's not a cheap machine, but I do such a lot of precision reloading for my 4 big custom rifles. It was a no-brainer for me. I just had to have this. It's doing a nice job. It will be fun to use for sure. That's what that's that. Okay. So hopefully we got it set up now, guys. Let's get this piece here to measure to start with. So here we're at 2.032 on the brass. So you're trying to get it in and holding it as square as you can. Same sort of consistency of pressure, just dropping it in and it's holding. You can switch it on. And just bring it up to the stop. You can just see it's coming up and it's just stopping there. I think that's all we need to do. I keep turning this off so it's not too loud. And there you go. 2.028 on that one. So that's exactly where I wanted it to be. Let's try another one. They're saying plus or minus, I think 2 thou or 1. I think they're giving a 2 thou consistency with this, so it's plus or minus 1,000 each way. .028. So like I said, now we got this set up, guys. You could be able to fly through this brass. It's just trying to be consistent with everything that you do with it. Making sure you're doing the same pressure each time. .028. So now I've got it set up, guys. They seem to be, I'm gonna drop these in here. They seem to be going through and they're all pretty much .028. Well, to be honest with you guys, this, like I said, this is the first time I've used this machine. And we set it up. We set it up together, and you can see it's It's put really consistent. .028. You're not going to get much better than that, guys. That's my RCBS trimmer. Works really well, and I'm not getting that much consistency with that. I'm varying 3 thou, 3 thou maybe on the cut. I'm just putting this back in. The idea behind this shield, obviously, to stop the going everywhere, and this bracket you can see here underneath, that's part of the add-on where you can have this bin underneath, but it's all there to try and keep all the shavings just inside there, so you can just clean it up afterwards. And then all we can do is just pop another one in. And then what you normally do is you just undo it, put another one in, undo it, it falls out. So you can see, guys, this thing can be, you can be able to turn out a lot of brass. Now we've got it set up. Once it's set up and it's running, you can see we can turn out a lot of brass. That one moved in the collet, so let's run that one in again. That one was 2.20.2027. So, but it did spin and it came loose in me, so I might have gone a little bit wrong with that one, but with a thou difference, so. You go back to 2028 when you get it right. So far, guys, I'm super stoked, super happy with this. This is going to turn out really consistent trimmed ammo. Let me just see if we got Info Brothers. Repeatable for high volume would make it worth the money if you used it enough over time. That's right. And I got 100 rounds, 120 rounds of 30-30 I'm going to trim tonight, and I can start getting that loaded up. And then I'm going to start on my 3/3 pour that I've already fired. So I'm going to use this a lot, guys. It's something that I'm going to be using. I anneal after every shooting with my rifle brass, and then that's going to be another live stream when we use the amp annealer. So I anneal everyone, and then now I can go in and I don't even have to worry about going through and measuring these. I can just bring them to this machine, sit here for an hour, run through, and you'll blow through 100 rounds in quite a quick time. So let's have a look. Dale Pogue, thanks for joining us, Dale. Good to see you. Rebound spring on the guide rod, maybe a good thing to keep for accidentally jumping the cartridge in. Yeah. Jimmy Rodriguez, how you doing, Jimmy? Mike Macman, that's really nice of you to give that away tonight. Maybe when I hit 100,000 subscribers, we might give away a prize like that. But $1,000 would be a bit much. Good comment though, Mike. I like it. You make me laugh. I have got a giveaway, guys. Don't forget. Hashtag Mac5. I got a little bit of a giveaway tonight. So we'll probably do it in 10, 15 minutes. We've been running 35 minutes. It's gone quick tonight. A really nice machine, Macman. Thanks for sharing. No problem at all. 1776. Okay, so I think I'm up to date there. So like I said, guys, get into the little draw, hashtag Mac5, and we can we'll do a little prize giveaway in a bit. Let's go through and run some more of these through. I hope you can still see it working with a guard on, guys. That's how it's meant to be running, so. There's quite a bit came off that one. That one had quite a bit of brass come off it. There you go. 2.028. That one was quite long. Let me take the zoom away, guys, for a minute. Let's see if I can get in close with this. So you can see, I'm trying to get in as close as I can without it blurring out. So you can see the cut, first of all. Nice, clean cut. No roughness there. And looking just inside the case, you can see how it's just trimmed the inside of it as well. You can see it nice and shiny. It's just taken the burr off and it's just cut it all the way in, because it's a three-way cut there. It's trimming. It's cutting the outside of the case as well. Yeah, you can just see that it's cutting the outside and it's doing the inside. And I was watching F-Class John. I want to thank him for giving me some ideas. But he's got one of those, like it's almost like a hydraulic seater, bullet seater. And it was showing how much more consistent his brass is when he's putting the bullet in and seating it. He's using like an electronic gauge, and it's giving him a reading how much pressure is putting in. And the difference between a normal trim and using this trimmer was amazing. The actual, how much they were consistent, and they were the same amount of pressure to get them in, and they were really going in nice. So I want to thank F-Class John for a couple of the ideas I've had tonight, especially on these brackets. When I see something and then I put it into one of my videos, I like to thank people because they've given me the idea. It's not my idea. I've had the idea from somebody else. 2 point, just under 2.028. So that one's just between 2.7 and 2.8. So again, might be down to me. It's just nice. You can just turn it off, turn this knob, and the brass just drops into the capture. You can see now it's not throwing the brass out so far. It's just letting it, keeping it inside. What do you think, guys? What do you think of the machine? Is it 2.028 again? I know it's a lot of money. Don't get me wrong, it's not for everybody. 2.028. So it's super consistent, guys. I'm really surprised. I wasn't expecting to have that so much consistency with it. Can you info brothers? Where is it? Can you explain the hashtag Mac5? So we need to put a hashtag and something in to do the draw. So when we want to go in and share a screen, info brothers, let's have a look if I can get this to come up and share. So when we do our draw, you can see up here number of entries, and then you hit the draw button and it'll go through. So using hashtag Mac5, it gets you in the draw. So that's one reason it's there. And the second one is I keep a record at my live streams. So in the book, I'm going to have Mac5 is going to be my fifth reloading live stream, and next to it I'm going to put setting up and using the Henderson precision trimmer. So each week I'll go on, it's going to go up 6, 7. So when I'm up at 30 or 35, I can go back through my book and I can look to see what I've covered and what I haven't covered. And it's just a way of me keeping records. I'm very sort of OCD on that, about keeping records of everything. So I like to I'll keep records of every live stream I've done on a note. And there's two reasons why I'm doing that. So hopefully that answered your question there. Walter, now if they can come up with a case feeder for it. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be cool. And then saying something else. So again, watching F-Class John, he's been talking to the guy at Henderson about this machine. And I believe there's more things coming for this machine, whether it's going to be cutting primer pockets. I know it's not just going to be a trim machine doing what it's doing tonight. They've got other plans, and it's going to get developed for doing other stuff as well. So it's going to be interesting to see what else this machine is going to be able to do later on. I believe it's something he's telling me is going to be able to do the neck for cutting the necks inside and out, I believe. So that's coming for this machine. I use a 21st century neck cutting lathe at the moment, and that works really well. Again, that's going to be a future live stream. But yeah, there's quite a few things. So it's not just going to be the trim, guys. It's going to be, there is other things coming for this machine. So G23, yeah, he's going to give away in Mach 5 is how you enter. Thank you. That's Alaska 1 Andy. Good to join. Thanks for joining us. And Peterson Farms of Nashville. How are you doing? Thanks for joining us. Great to see you. I wonder if they can make it with adjustable pilot shafts for different calipers. That one seems to be a little short. Are you talking about the middle pilot? Let me get one of the spare ones. So this is what the cutting tool looks like, guys. This is how they come. So they come ready assembled with the cutting blades. Are you talking about this pilot, Info Brothers here? You're talking about that where it lines up? Hillbilly, no, in this game, no question is stupid. You don't need to worry. You can ask anything, and all of us who do these will always say the same. There's no stupid question in this. They're all good, sensible questions. And the main reason you're going to trim your rifle brass is consistency, mate. The main one is consistency. So if all your brass is trimmed exactly the same length and you're putting a crimp, every time you do that crimp, once your die is set up, that crimp is going to be exactly the same from piece to piece to piece, because it's exactly the same. So if you imagine you got one piece which is a little bit longer and you put the crimp on it, that crimp's going to be a little bit heavier because you're squeezing more brass. If that's shorter, the crimp is going to be lighter because it's not the brass isn't going into the crimp as far as it is. So consistency is the main thing for trimming brass. Plus, I'm going to be casting bullets for this, and it's quite important when you cast in the bullets that, again, you get a good length because you want to put a little bit of crimp on them, and you want everything to be as consistent as possible. I hope that's the right answer. Walter's here. I can see Walter's here. He's really up on this. He might be able to correct me if I'm saying anything wrong, but it's mainly it's consistency, Hillbilly. And never be afraid to answer questions. That's what we're here for. Nothing's ever stupid. And like Dale says, it grows every time you shoot it. Yeah, because you put in a lot of, when you fire that brass, you put in a lot of force and everything through it. So again, every piece of brass, rifle brass for me, gets annealed. And that's taking it back almost to factory spec brass, where it softens it back up, because every time you shoot it, it hardens up. So second, third, fourth shooting, it gets harder and harder, and eventually they're going to split. So by annealing your brass, you take it back to a nice soft state, and it'll last a lot longer. I've seen people take in 308 brass to 30 reloads before they've had a problem with it. Normally what will happen is the primer pockets will loosen up before the brass looks like it's going to split. So by annealing it, again, it's making it consistent. And when you're buying 338 Lepore brass, and it's $7 a piece, $8 a piece for this brass when you first buy it, you want to be able to use it more than 2 or 3 times. So with the whole amp annealing machine, this and everything, it's going to keep everything more consistent, and hopefully I might be able to get, I don't know how, if I'm going to get 8 or 10 firings out of it, or 12 firings out of a 338 Lepore. If I do that, that would be so good. I can't see it happening, but maybe it will. But that's where you are. And then in for Brothers Hillbilly, there's no stupid questions exactly. Let's have a look. Pike 64 appears to bring a lot of consistency to case length. It's, well, you saw I've cut probably 15 pieces, 20 pieces, and they're all within less than a thou of each other. Once the first couple, when I was pushing it in too far, instead of just coming to the stop, I was putting too much pressure on it, and obviously there is a little bit of movement there when you put more pressure on it, and it's cutting a bit deeper. So it's learning this machine. So you just go to the stop, you just slide it forward, hit the stop, and that's it. You don't need to be pushing any further. It's doing the cut to length as it is. Yeah, gun's nice, but out of my price range. Yeah, it's not a cheap piece of equipment here, but like I told you when I did my video the other night, and I was telling you how I raise my money for my shooting supplies and my equipment and everything. It's just, I put the work in to get the money and do it. And yeah, I might be a gun snob, I might be a reloading snob, but I like this equipment. When I see something I want, I save and save and save, and eventually I can get it. And is good to go. Chris is saying, Hillbilly, all about OCD. I've laid out bullets from the same box and can see inconsistencies. Yeah, I sometimes go through and I'll weigh my bullets to a couple of grains each way to try and make the batches up. So you can go way over the top on this. But it's all about, going back to it, all about consistency all the time. And Viego says, I'm liking the machine, and in your usage, it makes sense. Yeah, it's... I used to watch, and AR saying, I used to watch videos, I think, when it first came out a few years ago. I'm not sure how long it's been out, AR. Again, I picked it up from seeing somebody else using it, and I've watched reviews on it. There's not that many reviews and videos on this on YouTube at the moment. And it's just something I wanted. G23, Mark103 loud, and you don't have to put the hashtag in. Anyone who comments will be automatically added to the draw. Yeah, I reading that tonight when you mentioned that, G. It says, because I was reading to set it up, and I could see that if you just leave it all out, everybody gets put in as well. So it's just a learning curve for me. It's all new, so we're learning as we're going along. Jamie says he almost fainted when he saw the price tag. Yeah, I know, Jamie. It's... And while you're on, let me see if I can bring this up. Let me do this quickly. I can do this, share screen, and go to there and share. So there's from the website, guys. So here's your trimmer, and you buy it as a complete unit. It comes with a caliber of your choice, the cutting tool and the collet in here, and a basic one tool kit is $7.79. Obviously, plus I think there's tax and shipping on top of that as well. And there's videos on here, and then you can actually go in and see. There's, at the moment, this is all that he's got set up from 204 to 338. So you can see all the calipers that he actually does at the moment. And there's more coming. So I got 223. I went for 7mm, 308, and 338. So those are the four. I bought it with the 308, and I bought the 3 extra collets. I'm still waiting on the 338 because when I ordered it, it's on back order. So he shipped everything out, and I'm just waiting for the 338 cutter to come in. And then you can go with the collets. So it's collet 1, 2, 3, and 4. And if you just go down a little bit further, it tells you, I think, what each collet is. So collet 1 covers all that in there. Collet 2 is just basically 30-30. Collet 3 is all your 6mm and 224 Valkyrie. And then collet 4 is the big stuff, 338 LePau and 300 Norma. And if I take you back up here, it does say lead time is 1 to 2 weeks to ship your order from the date. And mine shipped just under 2 weeks. It was like 2 weeks, and I got I actually had the whole thing in. So great service. I haven't need to call them yet. I haven't actually phoned them to ask them anything because I haven't had any issues with it. It's like I set it up tonight. We've run it for the first time, and the instructions are good. The videos are good. Hopefully this will help other people. I'm going to run this as a live stream, and I'm also going to do a video on this as well, so I can upload it as a video as well of what I've done tonight. And But yeah, it's a superb machine, guys. But like you say, it's not the cheapest. So let's get back here, see if there's any other comments, and then we'll go ahead and we'll do the draw. Pike 64. I don't have any 21st century products. Guess I need to check out. They make some really nice precision stuff. It's worth going on their 21st century website. They do a lot of good product. It's worth going on to have a little look. Info Brother saying it seems a little bit short to feed on. It's not too bad. They are tapered. Let's see if I get the top of it is got quite a long taper on it. And as long as you've got the brass somewhere close, it lines up and goes on. I don't think you'd need it any longer because you'd be pushing down. Certain brass wouldn't have so much of a neck on it, as this 3030's got a really long neck on it. But other brass is quite short, so I don't think you'd need a longer one. I don't think we'd benefit from it. And Hillbilly saying, thanks, that made a lot of sense. No problem, sir. Okay, I'll have a quick look down, see if there's anything else, guys, and we'll try and do this draw. I'll show you what I can give away tonight, and we'll try and do the draw. Yeah, Dale is saying that he throws away 6.5 Creedmoor brass because the primer pockets are loose. Yeah, certain calipers tend to eat up those primer pockets a lot quicker than others. Walter's saying, if you're going for precision, all the little things add up. You're right there. It's just a little bit here, a little bit there. It just, it all counts. And Jamie's saying that's an awesome machine for sure. Congratulations, obviously geared towards competition long range shooting. I don't do competitions. I just like to bet myself, Jamie. I just, I have done a few competitions in the past. Nothing major, just playing around really. And but it's just like I said, consistency. Okay, and what is Chris saying here? Sometimes people who are in the chat don't enter, and it's easy once in while you put the air. Surprise, but I have done a few giveaways and live streams. Yeah, I might have to check out to see if just do it just by picking up comments rather than putting the hashtag thing in there. See how it works, which is the better one. This tuned to be a really good demo unit, Mark. I love the fact that you saved the first setup to do with us. That's at the end of the day, Walt, there was no point me setting this up, running it through, playing with it, knowing how it works, and then coming back out, putting it back to as it was, and doing the whole thing again. The way I like to do these streams, you see what it is. If I make a mistake, I can't get it right, you're with me. I'm not ironing out problems before the stream. Because at the end of the day, if someone goes out and buys this machine, it's better for them to sit and watch this stream, see what happens, what goes wrong or what doesn't go wrong before they start, rather than trying to hide things. And you know, with all my videos, it's I show the good, the bad, the ugly. It all comes out. It's just if it goes wrong, if I mess up casting and mess up reloading, I show it because everybody's got to start somewhere and everybody's going to make mistakes. And if new people are getting into this and they watch it, and a lot of these guys reloading and they're doing it perfect every time and there's nothing going wrong and they think, oh, this is easy, I can do this. But it's not. In my view, what I'm trying to get across is this is how it is. Things happen. We need to know the good and the bad. And it's just, that's the way I like to do in my videos and things. Okay, let's see if we can get this stream to work tonight, guys. I had problems with it the other night. It wouldn't work. So I'm going to go in and share the screen and then I'll show you what I'm going to give away tonight. So we've got 15 entries in, guys, and there's 19 watching at the moment. So if you want to quickly go in and just put hashtag Mac5, it'll get you in the draw, and I'll just do a quick refresh before starting, and then we'll do the draw in a few minutes. Okay, so what I got, guys, let me go back to the other screen for a second. Just take this down. Get rid of this. Okay, so always stickers, guys. So there's my Macman 039 reloading sticker I had made up, little round sticker. So I'm going to give that away tonight. I went to a dealer day in my local gun shop, and I picked up some FN stickers. So there's the FN little sticker there. And I also had this one. This was quite cool. Another FN. He's holding the scar. I don't know what he is. He's a little gremlin. I don't know what it is. But there's a little FN scar there. And from my side, guys, we have got the Mac Tools pocket screwdrivers. They're the flat heads. They are, see, find some metal. They have got a magnet on the bottom, which is pretty strong. See, there's picked up that wrench there. So it's got a magnet on the top, flat head, and it's got the pocket clip as well. So I'm going to give away one of those little screwdrivers. It's got Mac Tools on it. It's got my phone number on it, my name and phone number on it. So there's that. And the last one, guys, I got is a little Mac Tools koozie. And what's nice with these, it's got a magnet on the back. So this is strong enough. So when your can is in there, you can stick it up and it'll hold your beer can. It's quite a strong magnet on that. So there's a little koozie there as well, guys. So you're getting a few stickers, magnetic koozie, and one of the pocket screwdrivers. So that's going to be the prize for somebody tonight. And we'll get it packed up and shipped out. So let's go back into the, let me just see. So I got 19 viewing. Let's do a refresh. Again, I think I've done something wrong. Where have I gone wrong here? Sorry about this, guys. It's just learning this. I just popped up a wrong screen here, so I need to go back in and do something. Always mess up when doing this live. One, guys, if you ever do this, don't press refresh because it takes you out of the whole system. Giveaway page, here we go. Select the broadcast. Let me just go into here. Okay. I messed up, guys. I'm really sorry. I screwed up. I went in and did it. So sorry to be a pain, but can you go back in and just put hashtag Mac5 again if you haven't done it? I pressed refresh and it took me out of the system and I've gone back in. So let's if everybody can go in and just do hashtag Mac5 again, and we'll leave it 5 minutes and then I'll do it. Sorry about that, guys. The joys of doing this live, eh? So let's just, while the people are doing that, I'll run through and do a couple more cuts on this. 2.028 again, guys. You can see it's super consistent. .028 again, guys. We're almost back up to where we were on the hashtags. Give it a few more minutes, guys, just to get the hashtag Mark 5 in. Sorry I had to make you do it again, but I screwed up by refreshing the page. Now the machine's been running for a while, guys. I don't know if you heard it, but it went a little bit quieter then, so something must have happened with it. It just bedded in a little bit. 2.028. So I don't know what happened. It just seemed to go a little bit quieter. So it's obviously something's bedded in and it made it a lot quieter. That sort of squeaky noise is just gone from it. Yeah, that one went a little bit further, 2.027, so just a little bit further. One more and I'll check on the drawer again. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, let's go in and do the drawer then, guys. Let's see if I can get this to work now. So I need to share that screen. Hopefully you can see that. Okay, let's hit it, see if it works tonight. No, it's not working for me again tonight. Why isn't that working? Well, I'm going to do what I did the other night. I'm going to have to play with this off screen. Let me turn the camera on, guys, so you can see the screen. Let me get rid of this. Okay, hopefully you can see that, guys. Hopefully that's coming up that you all can see. And let's see if it'll draw here. There we go. Peterson's Farms of Nashville. There you go. Congratulations. That's great. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go back into here. Let me go into banners and pop this up. There you go. If you want to email me your address, I'll get these prizes packed up and I can get them sent out during the week for you. Let me just pull this back. So there you go. There's Peterson's Farms of Nashville, I think it was. Congratulations. You've got the, get back into the comments here. Okay. So let me run through them again quickly. You had the little Mac Tools magnetic koozie, magnet on the back. You get in the little pocket screwdriver, little magnet, little flat screwdriver with the pocket clip. These things are great. My guys on the route are asking for these all the time. They love carrying them in their pocket and picking everything up. And then you get in the little SCAR FN sticker, the FN logo, and my Macman 039 reloading sticker as well. So congratulations. Like I said, just drop me an email with your address, and I will get that. I will get that out for you. Cool. Well, thank you, guys. I think if there's any more questions, we'll be on for another 5 odd minutes. If there's anything else you want to ask me about this, this machine, or if anything you want to see, just pop it up in the comments. I can do it quickly before we wind this down. But hopefully it was an interest, guys. I know it's an expensive machine and it's not for everybody. But I just wanted to put it out there. What I saw the videos and I could see how good this machine was from the videos. It was something I really wanted. And so I went and I got it. So if there's anything you want to ask, just throw it out. And I haven't decided what the next live stream will be, guys. I'll figure out during the week. But just throwing this out to you guys quickly, what I was thinking about doing as well is getting some of you on in a one-to-one interview. I just thought about bringing somebody on. We'll sit down for an hour, do a live stream, and I'm going to make some questions up. I know a lot of you have been on people's streams and done the whole interview thing, but I'm trying to get something different, some different questions, not just what was your first gun, what's your favorite gun. We've all done that and we've seen that. So I'm trying to get some questions together that'll be a little bit different. And if you do come on, you want to come on, you're welcome to come on. And if I throw a question out there which you're not happy with, you don't want to answer, just let me know and we can move on to the next one. Some of them will be funny, some of them will be serious. It's all going to be around the whole reloading, shooting, guns and everything. It's going to be around that as well. But I've been thinking about some other things that I want to ask questions, and it'd be nice to get. There's a lot of you guys out there that are real long-term shooters, casters and reloaders, much longer than me, and it'd be great to have you on. And we can also up the chat for people can come on and they can be asking you questions in the side chat as well. So it's just something I'm trying to do, guys. I'm just trying to bring interesting things to my channel and on these live streams. There's quite a few out there do the panels where we have 6, 7, 8 people on those panels, and it's great. And I enjoy going on them and I enjoy watching them. But I don't need to do it as well, because obviously I jump on with Chris, I jump on with AR, I go on the Georgia Shooting Connection, I jumped on with Hillbilly Up, and it's there's plenty of people doing panel shows out there. And I just thought just a little bit different, just to try things to make it so it brings people to my view, my streams as well, rather than just not being the same thing, because there's some really good guys on the panels, and I prefer to be on a panel rather than running a stream with a panel. And so guys, if you think it's a good idea, again, drop comments, let me know. It's just something I was thinking about the last week or so, just something to do something a bit different again. And then Hillbilly says, smash the thumbs up and show Max some love, and do yourself a favor and subscribe. That's great. Thank you, Hillbilly Up. I really appreciate that. And then GGW Macman on their own. Do all the Mack trucks have those koozies? Those koozies come out. And if we have to buy them in, we get them at a really good rate. But the idea behind some of these koozies and some of the baseball hats that come out was encouraging people to open up credit accounts, doing the credit check and doing a credit account. And for every single person that runs a credit check, whether they pass or fail, they will get a koozie or a hat. So that's how they came about, these little koozies. So I can buy these in like packs of, I think they come in a pack of 20 or something. So yes, most trucks should have them on, especially the new guys starting out. If you've got any new distributors, they normally give them just to help them out to get people on the truck. So yeah, hopefully if you've got some Mac Tools guys up with you, you might be able to grab them. I've got a few to give away on my next few streams. I haven't got a huge amount of them. I'm going to see if I can get some more. But I'm trying to mix it up and give something different away each week. I'll stick to the same sort of stickers or patches, whatever I can get hold of, but something different, something small, whatever I can find out there. Hillbilly, what we got here? Great show, Macman. Thank you. Very nice demo. Thanks for doing it. Thank you, Peterson Farms, and congratulations again on winning those little prizes. It's not a lot, but it's just something fun, and it's just something you can have, and it'll remind you that I'm a Mac dealer, and don't forget those Mac tools. And then Chris Lang, really nice live. You're doing a fine job, sir. Thank you. I really appreciate it. And Mark Thomas loves those Macman stickers. Yeah, my daughter did it. I said to my daughter, do me a favor, have a look around, see if you can make some stickers up and find some stickers. And she went together and she made this one up for me. And obviously it's the black and red. The red is the Mac colors. And they come out really good. And there's another one as well. Next time I order, I'm going to order another one. It's more of a longer shape. And again, it says Macman 039 Reloading, but it looks like two revolvers, crossed revolvers on it. And I'm going to order some of those up as well. And when I can find somebody to do some hats and shirts for me, I'm going to do some T-shirts up and some baseball hats up. And don't forget, it's I've gone blank. Gun website. He's doing the embroidered patches. I'll be getting with him and buying some patches off him as well. I just gone blank now for his channel. I'm really sorry. Gun site or something it was called. I can't think what it was. I'm sorry, guys. But there's a guy out there who's going to do patches for us as well. So I'm going to hook him up and get some patches. GGW says, I still have those Mac screwdrivers from back in the day. Yeah, it's they're really good. Misty Mrs. Wayne has just jumped in. Thank you so much for joining us. I'll just run through quickly, guys, of who's here just to say hi, and then we can wind it up. So we got G23, Misty Mrs. Wayne, Mark Thomas, GGW Outdoors, Chris Lang. I keep calling you Long. I'm sorry, Chris. It's just, and I can see his Lang sitting back here with my glasses on. It's the A and the O looks pretty same, so I apologize for that. But Chris Lang is with us. And Hillbilly up. Viejo's here. G23. Peterson Farms in Nashville. Run through these. AR Gun 1776. Brutal Bob. Info Brothers. I just really appreciate all you guys jumping on. I hope you enjoyed it tonight. Dale Polk. Mark Thomas. Bobby Barlow. Hi, Bobby. I don't know if I said hi to you earlier, but thanks for joining us. JH586, Jamie. Good to see you. Piker64. Info Brothers. Alaska One, Andy. Quite a few guys jumped on here tonight. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'm getting you all, you guys. Hopefully I'm not missing anybody. I'm scrolling back up to the top here. Brutal Bob. H586. Alaska One, Andy. I think that's, hopefully I got everybody. If I haven't, I'm really sorry, guys. And before we go, just remember we got Wednesday night, Chris from the 740. I think he's on at 7 o'clock. Thursday night, sometimes AR jumps on, and then we've got Highboy jumps on as well on a Thursday. Friday, Georgia Shooting Connection. It's a great show. Saturday, G23, I believe, is on in the afternoons. Hillbilly Up Saturday night. Scottish American is on a Sunday. Uncle Jim, I believe, is on a weekend as well. Uncle Jim as well. So I'm going to have to write all these down, guys. When I go to these live streams, I'm going to write them down and I'll be able to run through them a little bit better. So I want to keep pushing every week. They push me and I want to push their channels as well, because we've got such a great community out there. Mrs. Wayne, I've been listening for a while on the phone. Was on charge. It was hard to text and write. Not a problem. I just really appreciate you jumping on. Yeah, good night. So thanks everybody for jumping on. I really appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed the stream tonight. And congratulations to Peterson Farms for winning the prize. Like I said, just send that email. I haven't checked my emails, but hopefully you'll send that out and I'll get that posted out to you this week. Really appreciate all you guys jumping on, and thank you so much. And let's see you later on in the week. And be safe. And we'll speak to you soon. Thanks, everybody, and good night.